Hi, so this is the sencore AT985 ATSC RF Monitor. As you can see, this thing is running Doom, which is not the original task, sadly, meant to this thing be used for. It actually just shows some information about that RF signal that was connected to the back of this thing. But this thing is a PC, just a generic late 90s PC in a custom case with some custom software. So let's just check it out a little and, well, just play with it a little. So I'm going to shut it off. You can see it's not powering off instantly. And that is because there is some sort of like soft power control in this thing, and I will show you when we see the cards right now. So let me get this thing with the original hardware configuration and the original hard drive, so you can see what it does at this point. Okay, so I connected all the original cards and the original hard drive as this thing is meant to be used with. So you can see it's a K62 CPU, 233, 64 megs of RAM, and the hard drive is a 13 GB. Has a floppy disk here. I'm going to put this on BA mode because otherwise it doesn't work. And even then it doesn't work because there must be some sort of issue with the software or something, because, well, you'll see. But it's happily booting Windows NT, and it actually came with this license glued on the inside. You can see there's the license. It had this funny bylaw, do not remove. So I remove it. And it's booting now. Okay, the system log is full. This is going to try to launch the software. You can see then it just fails. A relay clicks. They just can't get it to properly work. See, it launches the software and then the computer shut down. And I think that's related to a card that this thing has. Maybe there is some issue with communication. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's a driver or something. Oh no. But this thing shuts down. I'm not sure why. So let's take a look inside. So do not remove. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this thing first because scary main voltages right there. This is really meant to be used close. You don't want to be poking around here. And there is that beefy cap over there that probably also has scary charges. Okay, so the first card here is this RF card. It's a Philips SAA7146A. Some, I don't know what that thing is, but some Philips chips there, a BIOS. I'm going to close this thing. Okay, the BIOS, probably, not sure. Well, and there is a big RF box inside this, like those TV tuner cards. It really looks like a fancy TV tuner card, to be honest. And that's what it is actually. This thing has two cables here. Go to the back of this case, and it says output, TLL output, and SPI LVDS output. So it has this SMPTE3100M output, which I think is some sort of like coaxial serial interface. Not sure about the whole RF side of this thing. That's really not my area. Let's unplug the other card. To disconnect the hard drive, floppy drive. We're going to remove this. Okay. So this is the PC card. You can see it has a AMD K62 CPU, has a Super Socket 7 thing, 64 megs of RAM, has a slot for 72-pin RAM, 2 IDE floppy parallel port. It has USB there. This is not being used. PC 104. Discom module. I had to install this because the original battery was dead, and that made this thing no post at all. It has TX chipset here. I don't know what that means exactly. I'm not really into the chipsets and stuff. But yeah, you can see this thing is the the PIC Me format. Has ISA and PCI on the same card. The next card here is what I think is the issue with this computer, and I think this is kind of like a licensing card, not sure, but it has the keypad control. You can see the function buttons on the front, some relays for that remote alarm control thing, control the inverter, and it goes to the power control board. That is a thing here. It's connected to this power supply. This is just a normal power supply, you know, for the AT voltages, but the main is connected to this card. This seems to be some sort of controller related to that, you know, software control. It also goes to header, a connector on the back that says sense input 6 volts, and it's center negative. I don't know why. But yeah, so there is some sort of smart control related to when you are running the software, because this thing only works when you are running the software itself and not just Windows. It doesn't do anything else in any other OS, so yeah, it's really related to that software running. And I think it's not detecting the card or having some issue with that card, because, you know, it doesn't do anything at all. But I hear a relay click on this thing, so I think that at least some capability working. The last card here is the video card, and this is a ISA video card made by Sencore. You see, it has the BIOS there. This thing has a chips controller 65545, has 1 meg of RAM, I think. The thing is, it has external video output, you know, for an LCD panel and VGA. Also has the internal connection. This goes directly into the panel itself. I think there is no electronics at all other than what this card can do. There's also that other output, which I guess is for some other kind of monitor or display device, not sure. And lastly, we have the PCMG backplane. You can see 4 ISA slots, 4 PCI. Of course, it's shared, so it depends on where you install the card if you will have access to the 4 PCI or 3 ISA slots. So yeah, this is mostly just a very simple card. You just connect things from one side to another. So you can completely run a card like this outside of the backplane just fine. Of course, this one doesn't have a BG output, but it has serial, So you can run, I don't know, some headless OS there just fine without a video card. So I showed you before, this is the power supply. Very scary stuff because it's exposed. Very easy to just go here and grab this thing. So yeah, that's why I make sure it's not plugged in. This is scary. The backplate has ATX and AT. Just connections for voltage directly. It's a pretty nice backplane. I'm not planning on keeping this thing as is because it's too big, it's too heavy, and I think I can keep like cooler stuff in the same space that this thing uses. So what I want to keep is the backplane, maybe the backplane mounting plate is here. The computer itself, the video card, the LCD, maybe this card, the hard drive. This is probably going. No, this is actually going away because a friend was like, "Hey, I want to buy that." So I was like, "Yeah, sure." Actually, the hard drive has the installer for this card, so you can actually use it for something. It's like a video sample application that I think that allow you to watch video or something on this. But I don't know. It crashes on Windows NT here, so I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the sencore AT985. It runs Doom just fine. It's not a speed monster even with the K62 CPU because everything drags with the ISA card. It's really not a card for a K62 system. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I really love this thing. If I had the space, I would keep it complete because why not? But yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. You have any question, you can, send it to me. Bye.